Alrighty guys, so this video I'm gonna try to film, excuse me, I'm gonna do my best. Oh, you're gonna see my dogs moving around here. Hopefully my dog doesn't hit my tripod. This is Joey, by the way, and then you have Luna in the other bed. I don't know, Joey, please don't. Oh, is he going under the tripod? I'm actually surprised. My dog is blind, if you guys didn't know. So this is my bedroom, and so you're going to have to excuse the lighting in my bedroom. We do keep kind of soft, warm lights. I'll show you all my semi-done bed here. You know, my bathroom over there. Sorry, I'm trying not to pan too quickly. And so you have like this walkway here. And that's my vanity, right? So we got my TV, my walk-in closet over here. But my makeup is stored upstairs, and I like to get ready in my bedroom. I don't like to have this, used to be all in my office. I only keep my nail polish and planner stuff downstairs in my office. I do have a caddy, that caddy right there, that I do keep in my office. But for the most part, you know, all of my makeup is stored up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the tripod, so give me just a minute. I'm going to keep this on a tripod because I do have a fairly large camera, and it's going to get heavy. So let me zoom out just a little bit. So I'm going to show you an overview of my makeup collection and how I store it. So you have these two larger drawers here. These are from Amazon, and so these are not the IKEA drawers, they're the Amazon drawers, and I will show you guys when I get to those drawers. I ended up changing the hardware of them so that the drawers fully pull out, and just because I was finding that you couldn't really store things in the back because you could never really reach for them, and there were products that were getting lost, right? So right over here I have this lovely little llamita there that my husband got me for Valentine's Day. That is my steamer for my work clothes. A little trash bin with some napkins here. And this container here houses my foundations, some face palettes here, primers and powder foundations, and then that's my everyday makeup drawer that you guys may or may not have seen me film a few videos with, right? This one here, this primarily houses blushes. So these top three drawers are blushes and face palettes. Then you have highlighters and highlighter palettes. Then if you scoot down to the bottom, you have bronzers and powders, like face powders. And then the bottom is foundations. I keep foundations, like powder foundations, that I am not currently using, new and unopened, in that bottom drawer, but the rest of my foundations sit up at the top here. So I'll show you guys that in detail. Up at the top are all of my liquid foundations that I'm currently using and my powder foundations that I'm currently using, right? So then as we get into the center, you have a pull-out drawer that I have kind of like everyday things that I reach for, like lip balms, my eye brushes, things like that, cleanup things, Q-tips, makeup removers, those type of things, right? Most of my primers sit up here. And then all of these are lip products. So lip products and lip products. To the right here, I have two things of makeup brushes, eye products, loose setting powders, and then pressed setting powders. And then this little thing right here is all of my lipstick minis. And again, I'll show you all of these in depth. And then to the right here, you see my doggy. To the right here are all of my MAC lipsticks up at the top here. All of my single shadows, pigments, etc., liquid stuff here, and then eyeshadow sticks. And then in these drawers we have lipsticks, eyeshadow palettes, and then, I know, all of these are eyeshadow palettes. And then the last two drawers, one drawer is kind of like samples and primers that I haven't opened and unopened mascaras and things like that. And then the very, very bottom is just kind of like eyelashes and things like that, right? The acrylic organizers I got on Amazon. I will try to link as much as I can down below. The mirror here is from Impressions Vanity, and I got that at Ulta. It's a Hello Kitty mirror. The chair is from IKEA with a Hello Kitty pillow that I don't remember where I got. I think my husband got me that Hello Kitty pillow. And then this desk here in the center with the drawer is from Target, I want to say. I've had that desk for years. That is my nail polish desk that I have kind of like revamped. And I'll talk about that when I get to it. So I guess let's start off on the left hand side and let's go in as much detail as possible. I may have to split this video up into 2 videos if it gets too long, or maybe I'll just do one really long video. So let's go ahead and go to the left hand side. Okay guys, so this is the top of the acrylic organizer all the way to the left hand side. And so this houses all of my foundations, and then I'll go in depth into the drawers down below. So my foundations have no rhyme or reason. This is the reason why I am doing my makeup not so much declutters, because I need to figure out which ones really work for me with respect to shade. I have been testing out a few of these. My skin is changing. I am 32, so I'm starting to see more signs of aging. So some of those foundations that worked for me in my 20s don't necessarily work for me now that I'm in my 30s, although I do a really good job with skincare. Long story short, not all of these foundations work for me. So you will see most of these in my most of these products like super in-depth in my not so much declutter videos. So I'm just going to point out a few favorites of mine. So I have the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This has SPF in it. I really enjoy that one. I really love the Fiona Styles foundation. I picked this up on Amazon. I know it is hard to find Fiona Styles, but I really enjoy that one. The It Cosmetics Your Better Skin Foundation with skincare. Really love that one. Some of these are just okay. I like this, but it's hard for me to wear it because it's typically too dark for me. The Rainforest of the Sea foundation. The Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation is really good. I love this one, the Studio Fix foundation. I mean, I'm sure you guys have all heard about this foundation, talked about it, everyone. It's just a cult classic. It has SPF in it as well. As you can see, I did like the ColourPop foundation. I used quite a bit of it. The Bounce foundation is just not in my right shade. The It Cosmetics CC Cream, hands down, one of my all-time favorite foundations. The Lancome one is too dark for me right now. I love the Laura Mercier one, but I don't think I have that one here. I love this Sephora Stick Foundation for touch-ups. Some of these are like new to my collection, like the Becca whatever this is called, the Light Shifter one and the Juvia's Place one. The Hourglass, it's hit or miss. It clings onto my dry patches, but I love the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I actually kind of rediscovered this foundation here. I don't even know if they still have it, but the Empowered Hybrid Gel foundation from Tarte. This is really nice, but it's very special the way you have to apply it. I really can only get that foundation to work when I apply it with my fingers, and you have to set it with a powder. And then I absolutely love the Lumi Cushion foundation. Just really like that foundation. And then I have a Bare Minerals Holiday. This just didn't fit with my other powder foundations, but this is the Holiday one. And then I have like another shade sitting right there on top. So let's move into these drawers down here. In here I have a lot of like face palettes. Maybe need to zoom out a little bit. So I have some face palettes here. So I have like my, I have my Hourglass face palettes here, the It Cosmetics face palettes. I have some of those ColourPop. These are ancient, but the ColourPop face palettes when they first started making kind of powder products here. But I still keep them because they don't smell funny. They haven't changed the formulation or anything like that. And I do occasionally go in and like sanitize all my products. So that's that drawer. And I just put them in this drawer. They may kind of seem out of place because I do use a lot of these Hourglass products as like finishing products, but these chunkier palettes don't fit in my drawers down here. They just don't fit right, and I just found that this, for some reason, this drawer just fits beautifully. Up here I have primers, and these are my mini primers, my kind of like lightening and darkening type of things. My MAC paint pot that I use every single day as an eyeshadow primer, and then kind of my two like little setting type of, I set the paint pot with the Charlotte Tilbury powder or the Wet n Wild powder, so I have those there. And like I said, these are all kind of like my primers. I have a lip primer in there, the Milk, the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, that's in there as well. The putty primer, because it just kind of fits awkwardly in other places. And like I said, these are all kind of my minis that I'm currently using and testing out. And so if I just don't like it, I'll toss it. If I like it, I'll keep it and use it up. And it's just kind of that simple. These are all my powder foundations. So I have like the Urban Decay. This is the Stay Naked, the Fix foundation, the Infallible foundation that everyone kind of talked about, but I don't really care for it that much. Studio Fix foundation, one of my favorites. This technically isn't a foundation, but I use it every single time I do my makeup, so it just stays here. As you can see, I hit pan on it. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. The Fenty Beauty foundation, the Bye Bye Pores foundation, the Pure foundation, the Bare Minerals foundation, Laura Geller foundation. I buy that whenever I find it, like at a CCO. This is the Balance and Brighten foundation. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations. And then I do have one more foundation, which is the Too Faced the Cocoa foundation, which I love the foundation, but unfortunately it's discontinued. And I do have that one in my purse. So that's kind of like the other powder foundation that I'm using. And, you know, I don't really have here to share with you guys. So this, I'm not really going to show you like super in depth, but this is my everyday kind of makeup drawer. So if I use a product, I just kind of throw it in here. These are all the products that I just recently filmed. So I think that video may be coming before or after this video. But yeah, you guys will see all of those products in my kind of current, you know, current everyday. And then there's some lovely animal hair, but this is real life, you guys. So I am just showing you that right now. So let me go ahead and move a little bit back and then show you these drawers kind of in detail. Okay, so this first drawer right here is my first blush drawer. And as you can see, I redid the hardware so that these drawers come all the way completely out. And I can reach all of the products all the way in the back. These are those like kind of make your own divider type of system from Amazon. I will leave that link down below. And I just really like it for separating out my compacts. And I know some people like laying their products flat, but I don't, because I have so many of them. So if I laid every single one of these flat, it just wouldn't work for me, right? So here I have all my cargo blushes. A lot of these I picked up at, oh God, what was that called? Nordstrom, not Nordstrom Rack, but like they have the, it was called Hot something. I don't remember, or Hot something. But these are all pretty heavily discounted. They used to carry, or they may still carry cargo at Ulta, but they definitely don't have all of these blushes there. These are my Lorac blushes. I really enjoy these blushes. Some of these are like limited edition blushes. I have one MAC. This is like the newer packaging MAC, and this is in Warm Soul. One of my all-time favorite blushes though. Although I used to have it in the original packaging and it shattered. Kind of annoys me that it's in this newer packaging because I just don't like the newer packaging. It's kind of hard to open sometimes. I don't like the newer blush packaging. Milani Luminoso in the original formulation, and honestly I really like this Physicians Formula Healthy Glow blush. But yeah, some of these may or may not get decluttered. I have one Tom Ford blush down here, one Hourglass blush, single blush, because the rest of my Hourglass blushes are in those palettes. I'd like to buy my Hourglass blushes in like palettes. I think you get more bang for your buck that way, and if a palette has
the only single blush I have is in Nude Exposure, and it's in none of my palettes, let's just say that. A CoverGirl Old School blush. These are all Urban Decay blushes, and I don't know, I may get rid of some of these shades, but we shall see when the collection and Not So Much Declutter comes up. These are the NARS Dual Intensity blushes, and then my NARS single blushes here. And I have a lot more NARS blushes in palettes. And then this blush here is from e.l.f. and it's called Mellow Mauve, and it's just such a gorgeous blush, and it's extremely underrated. I love it. Too Faced Papadone Peach blush. These are the Kiko Milano blushes, and I've recently started getting into Kiko Milano blushes, or Kiko Milano products. They just smell so good. I love them. And they're unfortunately like very limited edition type products. But a lot of their products are baked, and they worked beautifully on my skin. I really, really love them. These are the NYX Ombre blushes, some Makeup Revolution brushes, a Sigma blush. I decluttered a lot more of these in my last declutter, but this is the Milani Baked blush. 2 IT Cosmetics blushes, and then these are all like MAC limited edition blushes, but a lot of them are like beauty powders that you can use as a blush. Some Burt's Bees blushes up here. These here are my Laura Geller blushes, the ones that I kept. I had so many of these Laura Geller blushes, and I ended up getting rid of so many of them. These are just the ones that I kept. The Too Faced Heart blushes, the ones that I kept, I kind of regret decluttering those two. I wish I would have kept them, but you know, whatever. They would have been collector's items, but these are the ones that I kept. I have a limited edition one here. I originally was going to get rid of these, but I ended up just keeping them because they're kind of unique products in my opinion. They're super shimmery, super glowy blushes, but I don't really have super shimmery ones in my collection, so I kept them. You know what I mean? I kept them. These are all my MAC single blushes. Some limited edition, some not so much, some discontinued ones that I got at CCO's, and up here are the Glow Play blushes. I do have one more of these. Here are my, what are those called? The Duo blushes from Cover FX. These are my Estee Lauder blushes, old school Estee Lauder blushes, and then I have 3 of these Marc Jacobs blushes. I believe these were discontinued, but I bought these for my birthday years ago, and I love them, so I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to continue to use them until they either start smelling bad, or the color changes, or the formula no longer works. So this is the first drawer of blushes. And then here, we have a second drawer of blushes. So the drawer does come all the way out, and again, I'm using a lot of those dividers here from Amazon, and then I have one basket in here. So here are the Balm blushes, the ones that I kept. I only kept one Sleek makeup blush here. I have a few from the Estee Edit line. Those are discontinued. All of my Tarte blushes here. A few from Catrice or Essence down here. All of my Clinique Cheap Pops, Becca mini blush, these little Too Faced mini blushes. Honestly, I may get rid of them. I say I'm going to use them for travel, but we all know how much we're traveling nowadays, so I may not end up using that much of my travel stuff, or I may just start a drawer. I don't know. I'm just going to keep them for now. Here are some NYX blushes. These are some Fiona Styles blushes that I really, really like. Some BH blushes, some ColourPop blushes, Bare Minerals blush, Dior blush, Lancome blush, Anastasia like blush trios. I got those on sale. More of the Balm blushes. I only have one box blush from Benefit that's not in a palette. I really, really like these Wet n Wild. These were like they're baked blushes, but they're very, very luminous. Really, really like them. My Ciate London glowy blushes. Some kind of miscellaneous brands here. This is a blush slash highlighter, which I guess I should put with my other Milani blush. My Becca blushes here. My Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl blushes. These are uber pigmented, but you know what? I love them. I use them. I keep them. Here are some other Milani blushes. These are not the rose blushes. These are kind of like the I don't remember, like they're, let's see what they're called. The Coral Beams Color Harmony blushes. So I have 4 of those. And then these are single blushes that I got from ColourPop. And I don't know, I'm maybe trying to find a compact or something for them. So I just keep them here because I don't really want to put them in a Z palette because then I'm going to lose them forever and ever. And then these are the majority, with the exception of these Tarte blush palettes. These are my cream blushes. I keep these Tarte blush palettes here because they're my most used blush palettes. And then these, like I said, are all my cream blushes. My ColourPop, Wonder Beauty, Becca ones, Fenty Beauty, Glossier, the Tarte one. I don't have that many cream blushes, with the exception of the Glow Palette. All of my cream blushes are here. And I really, really enjoy the ones that I have and the formulation and blah, blah, blah. This next drawer here are all of my face palettes, with the exception of purely highlighter palettes. So this is an Hourglass blush palette, my NARS blush palette, 2 MAC duos, my Inglot palette, my Tarte palette, my Smashbox palette, Becca, Pure, Marc Jacobs, the Benefit. I have a Z palette down there. These 2 are Lorac, Estee Lauder, Becca. These are Tarte, NARS. I can't remember what the brand of that is. More NARS, and then a Too Faced one. And I'm probably going to declutter that Too Faced one because I just really didn't like the formula of it. All right, so this drawer here is my highlighter drawer. So these are just single highlighters. Most of my cream highlighters are here. And there's kind of no rhyme or reason for these. Again, the organizers I use for these are kind of those like makeshift, make your own dividers type of thing. Kiko Milano, Wet n Wild, Model's Own, Ofra, Tom Ford, Bare Minerals, Essence, Estee Lauder, Fenty. These are like Anastasia ones, Bare Minerals, The Balm, Clinique, Lorac, Pixie, MAC, Melt Cosmetics, Dior. Trying to remember what these are. These are Dose of Colors. These are the Sephora ones, my Ciate ones. These are all my Becca highlighters, with the exception of 1 or 2 that aren't my shade. I pretty much own every Becca highlighter ever, or the cream ones. I don't own any of the cream ones. Bobbi Brown, Ofra, Stila, Makeup Forever, MAC, Lancome, Anastasia, Kylie's, Wet n Wild, Makeup Geek, and my Pixies. So these are just my single highlighters, and this has grown because I am so much more in love with highlighters now than I am with blushes. So my blush collection may start to go down, and I may have to get a second drawer. I already have a second drawer of just single highlighters. So let's move into the other drawer of single highlighters / blush palettes. So that's this drawer right here. To the left-hand side are just highlighter palettes. So it's like no other products are in there. It's just highlighters. Here I have some more highlighter palettes and those large Marc Jacobs highlighters that are just too big to fit anywhere else. Here are some singles that just don't fit in this drawer. A backup of Pearl, backup of Royal Glow, 2 of these new ones that I bought, and then the limited edition Whisper of Guilt. And then here I have my singles that are just kind of smaller, and they all fit in this area. So like all of my Laura Geller ones, mini Hourglass one, a mini Becca one. These, I can't even remember what these were called. The Light Chaser ones, an Inglot one from Jennifer Lopez, a loose highlighter from ColourPop, some mini Laura Geller ones. These are like their baked highlighters that I like for a more like subtle highlight. So then my next drawer is more, not more. So the next drawer are my bronzers and setting powders type of deal. So as you can see, I'm running out of space. Again, the dividers that I use for my bronzers are the same as those make your own dividers. And my bronzer collection has really expanded because, like I said, I've shifted from really enjoying wearing blushes on an everyday basis to wearing bronzer and highlighter on an everyday base. Sometimes I will skip the blush, but I still love my blushes, all right? Don't get me wrong with that. But my bronzer collection has expanded, and I've started testing out a lot of formulas and figuring out, like, okay, what undertones do I like, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I have some Bare Minerals blushes here, or blushes, bronzers, Smashbox, Hourglass, Old School Too Faced, Milani, New School Too Faced. These are the Inglot and Jennifer Lopez bronzers. An Aesthetica bronzer, which I got from a BoxyCharm, some limited edition MAC bronzers. By the way, these bronzers right here I hunted, and if you guys have backups of these, please let me know. These are the Alluring Aquatics collection, and the reason I hunted those was because my husband and I went on our honeymoon to Mexico when this collection had come out, and it just brings me back so many memories. I never picked these up because I wasn't super into makeup back then. And I wasn't into MAC back then. And these were just something that I wasn't on my radar. But I specifically remember being in Mexico and walking into a MAC store to get out of the heat, because it was like one of the few places that was actually in a mall, and had air conditioning. And I remember looking at this collection and thinking how cool it was, and that it reminds me of being in the ocean, because we went to Riviera Maya for our honeymoon. And I want to buy that entire collection. And unfortunately, it's so hard to find. And I've just kind of been buying little things that I can afford on Mercari, because you know how people price up all those things. But I just really want to buy more of that collection, because it's so nostalgic to me. And like I said, I was in love with that collection, and I wish I would have bought it. I just picked this up from a CCO. This is a Sunlit Bronzer in Bali Sands. I have Bronze Bondi, and I also have that kind of multi one, Sunrise Waves, Clinique, number 7, Physicians Formula, Sephora, The Body Shop. I can't remember some of these brands. NYC, Laura Geller. These are all like Milani blushes. They're old school blushes. I keep saying blushes. Bronzers. So you can see another Physicians Formula. Marc Jacobs, Kiko Milano, L'Oreal, my Chanel one, a Kylie one, Wet n Wild, NARS, ELF, The Balm, Cargo, a few minis, and then the Fenty Beauty ones. And then these are all the powders that I am not currently using, pressed and loose. These are like powders that aren't like powder foundations, just like powders. So I have the Becca Hydra Mist here, Cover FX, Charlotte Tilbury, a Marc Jacobs one, the Too Faced Peach one, Hourglass, Coty Airspun, Marc Jacobs Dermablend. These are the Fit Me ones, which I haven't tried yet. Some minis that I've gotten. The butter one from, oh God, Huda Beauty. And a backup of my Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder. And those are just my unopened translucent setting powders. So this drawer is the only one that doesn't, on both of mine, that doesn't have that, you know, fancy pull all the way out, because the hardware that I had only had 12, and so it's 6. These are 7 drawers, so I did the top 6 drawers and just left the bottom one as is. And so these have like my Empty Z palettes, and then these are all kind of like new foundations or backup foundations. So I have like my backup L'Oreal True Match foundation. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I picked this up at a CCO. This one I think I got in a BoxyCharm. Some of these are unopened because either the backups, like my Cocoa Powder foundation is a backup, or just brand new ones. Like I picked this up during the 21 Days of Beauty, the Cover FX Pressed Mineral foundation, and the Lancome one, and I just haven't used it yet. And then this is like my empties. So products that I have completely used up that I'm going to be showcasing, you know, in an empties video soon to come. So you get a sneak peek of all my empties there. So yeah, that's everything on the left hand side.
Okay, so we have moved over to the center, the very left kind of portion of the center of my vanity. Excuse me if you hear the airplane flying overhead. So like I said, on the top here I have, for the most part, my kind of primer products. So a lot of my larger full-size primers fit here. If they don't fit in that little primer drawer that I showed you earlier. I keep this spray here. I use this every single time I do my makeup. As you guys can see, I'm almost done. I'm waiting for this to finish up to put it in my empties, and then I will film my empties video. There was some lipstick containers or lipstick sections here, which I guess I could have put my smaller primers, like fit them in there. But for right now, all of my Bite Beauty lipsticks are here, and then two of my Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks are here because these are my most frequently used lipsticks, my Bite Beauty lipsticks. And as you can see here, these two are my lipstick holders, right? So all of my lipsticks fit in these two containers, and these two containers I purchased from Amazon, right? Here I have two things of lip liners with my like sponges that sit there and dry up on the top. All my ColourPop lip liners, and then everything else. Some primers here, a KVD perfume that I got on sale, my sunscreen that I apply every day, my Girl on Meteorites because they just fit very nicely there, and those are kind of like, I don't know, every so often I just like to throw those on. We shall not say the name of that person. I bought that super on sale. I was intrigued because I saw strawberry, and then I didn't realize that when I got it, it was who shall not be named. My lens cleaner, because I use it to clean my mirror and to clean my tabletop. Spray here. I have a couple mini sprays here that I also use, but those are kind of just like testers, and once I use them up, I just put them in my empties. But for the most part, my main primers and sprays are here. And then of course my MAC Fix Plus in the watermelon scent, which I got during the Nordstrom sale. This was available only as part of a set. I should have bought like 6 of those sets. So here are my ColourPop glosses that are part of like a limited edition. So I have my 3 Hello Kitty ones, my 3 Hello Kitty ones here, and then the 2 from the Sailor Moon collection. These are all my MAC lip glosses here. These are kind of my pencil products. So some Tarte pencils here, and some like NARS like crayon, I guess lip crayon type of products here. All of my ColourPop lippy sticks are stored here. The majority of these on this section are glosses or gloss light products. So these are all I love these. The NARS lip glides here. Ugh, love it. And then this is kind of like my NARS drawer. So NARS lip glides, and then the NARS glosses back there. And then like a NARS lip balm. This is my Lorac drawer. So my larger Lorac glosses, and then my Lorac Beauty and the Beast glosses here. These are my mini Marc Jacobs glosses here, and then a few other mini glosses like a Laura Mercier one, a Patrick Ta one, a Too Faced one. But yeah, these are my full-size Marc Jacobs glosses. Some The Balm glosses, all Mar Cosmetics, and then 2 Bare Minerals glosses.
some more matte glosses, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Too Faced, the Becca ones, and then ColourPop glosses there. The other ones that you saw up top were the blotted lips, and these are the glosses. Buxom, Charlotte Tilbury. This is a brand that I got in a glossy box, or BoxyCharm, I mean. I haven't tried that yet. 2 of these lip amplifies or vamplifies or something like that, and then all of my butter glosses. So I guess I'll start from the bottom here. All of my ColourPop Hello Kitty, part of the Hello Kitty collection, are down here. So the lippy sticks, the glosses, and the ultra satin lips and the ultra matte lips. These are my Lorac lip crayons, some Ultra liquid lips, some Marc Jacobs liquid lips. So these are all starting to be my liquid lipsticks. All my KVD liquid lipsticks and my Milani liquid lipsticks. These are the Tarte Double Duty ones. So there is a gloss on one end and a lipstick in the other. And then my Hourglass ones and one Stila lipstick. Yeah, these just like to get stuck together. So this is my Physicians Formula Healthy Lip, my NYX Liquid Suedes, and then my Dose of Color liquid lipsticks. This drawer is just annoying. So this is the Too Faced liquid lipsticks, and then my Stila liquid lipsticks. Up here I have some Lorac liquid lipsticks, some Anastasia liquid lipsticks, and some The Balm liquid lipsticks. These are kind of old, but they still, I've thrown out the ones that have kind of a drying formula, and I've kept the ones that still smell good. I've thrown out the ones that didn't really smell that good. The Bare Minerals liquid lipsticks are so nice. So are the Sephora ones. And then here I have some random brands like some L'Oreal, Clinique, Bite Beauty, Huda Beauty. I've either gotten them, like I've just picked up one, or I've gotten them as some type of like box or something like that. And then my all-time favorite liquid lipstick formulation is the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lips. I freaking love these. I don't know why people don't talk about these more. They give like the effect of a liquid lipstick, but without the dryingness, and they have much longer lasting power than a traditional, say, lipstick.
All right, so here we are on kind of like the right hand side of that area. So you can see, you know, the minis up here. These are like my clean eyeshadow brushes. And then tools that I use on an everyday basis kind of like sit up front. So my fan that I use every single day, this is just a cheapo fan that I got on Amazon. I think I got like a 2-pack of it, a pair of scissors, some tweezers. This here is a little eye separator thing that I use every day. And I try to push these boxes back because I don't know if you can see here that I've kind of created a little hooded area there so that my eye brushes don't get dirty. Or don't get like hair, because I have a lot of animal hair, because as you've seen, my 2 dogs sleep right here. So there's lots of animal hair that floats around. And for that reason, I have all of my brushes in this container that I purchased from Amazon. And so here are the brushes that I use every single day. My dirty ones. The ones that I wash, I just kind of toss to the side, and I wash my brushes pretty frequently because I do have sensitive skin and issues with my eyes and things like that. So I like to wash my brushes as frequently as possible. And so I put those in a basket to wash, and then these are brand new clean brushes, so that they're clean and ready to use. And so this area right below here is just kind of empty because, I guess let me show you. It's empty because that's where my mirror sits. So my Hello Kitty mirror just kind of like tucks back there and just kind of sits back there. And then I pull it up when I'm going to use it, and then it tucks back here. So if I want to sit down on my desk and actually use my desk to do something else, like to plan or to just, I don't know, to journal or something like that, I can. I'll go ahead and move this mirror out the way. And then let's get started on these drawers over here. So this top drawer just houses my current mascaras, my current mascara primer, and then my current like black eyeliners. I always keep one gel eyeliner or pencil eyeliner, one liquid eyeliner, and then I have this
itty bitty little hourglass eyeliner that is for when I want to do like a very, very thin line. I have my inglot here and my lash glue here. And that's all that really gets housed there. I only really open up one mascara at a time. And so that's what gets used there. These are all of my like colorful eyeliners and brown eyeliners that I do reach for almost every single time I do my makeup, but not as often as my one black eyeliner. So all those get there. And then if I have any black eyeliners that I get in like a subscription box, because we all know how they like to put those eyeliners in our subscription boxes, then those go in my kind of extras bin that I will show you guys a little bit later. And then these are like my super fun, colorful glitters and, you know, the ColourPop. I bought like the full set, and liquid eyeliners. So super crazy fun pops of color all go here. This drawer houses all of my single eyeshadows. They're all brown, because these are like my one and done eyeshadows that I can either use these all over the lid and kind of blend them out, or I use just this with like a single glitter or something like that. So here I have like my Lancome eyeshadows, my Bobbi Brown Camel, and these two are bronzers, but I absolutely love the way they look as like a single shadow. So that gets housed there. And although I don't use concealers, these two are samples. This was gifted to me. This came in like a Sephora favorites box. The only concealers that I've actually purchased are the Urban Decay Naked Skin, which probably should throw out because it is kind of old, but I use this as a spot concealer if I ever have a really bad breakup. I recently purchased this Clinique concealer per someone's recommendation that it was like a perfect, I don't wear a lot of concealers, but there are some days, especially when I was teaching this year, that I looked like I needed concealer. And so I just don't like setting it, or I don't like concealers that crease or heavy duty concealers. And someone recommended this Clinique concealer and it's beautiful. And then this I actually used to use a lot. I haven't used it in a while, but I still keep it because it doesn't smell like death yet. It's the color corrector, because I have really bad redness, and when I'm super stressed out, my redness gets even worse. And so I have occasionally used that. Just put that in like a CC cream on top and we're good to go. So this is my loose powder drawer. And some of these minis I'm just trying out, but some of these are probably going to go, and then I will have room for some more loose powders. But these are my go-to loose powders here. Let me go ahead and put this down here. But the Hourglass Mineral Veil Powder, this finishing powder, it's just beautiful. The Lancome, like the no more shine or whatever it's called, long time no shine powder, absolutely gorgeous. The Bare Minerals hydrating powder. Now, although I have combo skin, but I have a very oily T-zone, so most people think that I have oily skin. You still need to hydrate your skin. And even if you use like a mattifying foundation or a mattifying primer, like I don't like having my skin not look like skin. So I like something that's going to put kind of that hydration back into my skin, because if you underhydrate oily skin, it's just going to produce more oils. So I do have a lot of powders that kind of bring my skin back to life if I am going to use like an oil controlling foundation or primer or something like that, right? So then these two drawers here, I have some setting pressed powders here, and I have some finishing pressed powders here. And so I do make that distinction between setting and finishing powders. My finishing powders tend to be much more bring me back to life type of powders, make my skin look like skin powders, and my setting powders tend to be like get rid of the pore, maybe add a little bit more coverage type of skitchiation, maybe a mattifying one, but it's, you know, or maybe like I keep these banana powders, although I don't use banana powders, because sometimes my foundations tend to look very pink on me and I need like a banana powder to kind of take away that pink. And then last but not least here, we have, excuse the dog hair, but that's everyday life. These have all of my mini lipsticks in it. And so I just kind of keep that there because I like to be able to grab from mini lipsticks to use them up if I can. And trust me, I used to have way more than this, and all of my mini lipsticks now just fit in here. So I've used up quite a few mini lipsticks over the years by using this strategy and just keeping it just right here. I just reach for them, throw it on, throw it in my purse, and we're good to go. All right, guys, we made it over to the right-hand side. And so this is my MAC lipstick collection. And so all of my MAC lipstick, with the exception of my limited edition ones, have this kind of clear top on it so that I can see the colors. And it is organized by like color family, so to speak. MAC lipsticks used to be my go-to, but I have so many more lipsticks that I prefer now. I don't want to say I prefer over them, but that I gravitate more towards. However, I don't plan on purchasing any more MAC lipsticks unless Selena releases a collection, you know, because Selena. But I don't plan on purchasing any more of these. I have gotten a few MAC lipsticks for free as a free gift with purchase. I got some of these like velvet ones for free as a free gift with purchase, but I don't plan on purchasing any on my own. So that's for the most part staying there. I have this Miss Glam brush book that I purchased when I was first getting into makeup, and I don't want to say I regret buying it, but I don't use as many of the brushes that I thought I would. I do like some of the brushes in here, but not all of them. But I do keep it because it was a pretty penny, and I really do like this brush book. My melt stacks just sit up here because they're kind of awkward to store. These are all of my Stila eye thingies. You guys know what I'm talking about. This my Thea made for me. Isn't it cute? So I just keep her back there. And yeah, these are all my Stila eye thingies. I have a few here from Cover FX. These were like these eyeshadow palettes from Holiday Collection from Too Faced forever and a day ago, and I keep them because they're cute, because I want to. I guess let me finish off on this side then. So over here, I have all of my stick eyeshadows from NYX, from Laura Mercier, and from The Balm, and then one glitter thing from Urban Decay that didn't fit with my other glitters. These are the 3 palettes from Alamar Cosmetics. I really love this brand. It's a Hispanic-owned brand. It's Kathleen Lyde's friend. I can't remember. I know that's terrible, but I can't remember what her name is, the owner from Alamar Cosmetics. But I really, really love them. And they just kind of speak to me because I am Hispanic. I am from Peru. So it just speaks to me, especially the Spanglish palette. The names in there are hilarious to me. And I keep this little makeup bag here. This is like my everyday like makeup bag type of thing. Or my purse makeup bag, I should say. All right. Let's get into the right-hand side. So these are my ColourPop pigments and my Dose of Color duos. I think that's what they were called. I like them, but I wouldn't recommend buying the Dose of Color ones because they are very, very expensive and in my opinion not worth it. These are my pigments. So I have like all of the L'Oreal Infallible ones, my Inglot ones, my The Balm ones, and then these are more of those, I think it's called Naked Cosmetics, and then I have a mixing medium here. These are my Tarte Chrome Paints, and then the, oh God, what was this brand? The Hourglass ones. I have one Chanel one here. And then this one was kind of cool. I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is the Butter London Glaze and Eye Gloss. I thought the shade was very, very cool, and I've actually worn it quite a few times. These are all of my single shadows. These like to move around a lot. But here I have, oh my God, I move around so much and it drives my OCD crazy. But these are all of my Urban Decay single shadows. My NYX prismatic eyeshadows, my regular NYX ones, and then the entire MAC and Selena collection is here as well. I do reach for these quite often. So here are all my pigments, and the majority of my, these are not all my pigments because I showed you the pigments up here earlier. These are my NYX pigments, and then my MAC pigments. So I have this very pretty pink one. I only buy like the minis, this chartreuse one, and then this gorgeous like silvery gold one. So pretty. These are my NYX glitters. I have the glitter adhesive from Anastasia, the glitter glue from NYX. These are like shimmer kind of glitter duos, but these are shimmers, or these are shimmers, these are glitters, and then these are all my pigments. And last but not least, these are kind of a hodgepodge of single shadows. So I have the Kat Von D ones here. This is hands down one of the best underrated single shadows ever. It's from City Color. It's the shimmer shadow. It's so smooth and buttery. I freaking love this thing. A Clinique lid pop. I bought that at a CCO, but I don't think they're worth it. The MAC ones, I bought these at a CCO. The only reason I bought them is because I bought the Mono Coco one super on sale, and then I found the other ones at a CCO, and I thought it was worth it to buy it at a discounted price. And then yeah, some more single shadows, some Dose of Color ones here, and then I really, really love these little trios. I have one in my purse that's kind of just like the perfect, or I keep one in here that's kind of like the perfect just throw something on type of eyeshadow. So I love it, love it, love it. And that is it for the top portion of the drawers. So now let's get into the drawers, and I'm going to warn you, it's a lot. Okay, so this first drawer here is my lip drawer. Now I wanted to make this like my lip drawer because I like to be able to, these are my just like lipsticks. These are traditional bullet lipsticks. I house my glosses and liquid lipsticks in those containers you saw, but these tend to get lost in those drawers, and I wasn't using my bullet lipsticks as much because of, you know, housing them that way. So it takes work, and this took work. And I also had to like pad some of these with like those little styrofoam, what are they called, like the peanuts, like the packing peanuts, because some of these lipsticks, they're like they sit high, like at the height of the holder, and so it's hard to get, like this one here, it's hard to get out, right? So I had to pad some of them so they sat a little bit higher so that I could actually get them out. I'm not going to go over these in detail. I declutter these as I get them, as I wear them. If I don't like them, they're gone, right? So the back ones are my like Sephora. These are like the Sephora lipsticks. Some Maybelline lipsticks back here. These are all of my NARS Audacious lipsticks. Some Essence ones, some old school Too Faced ones. These are the old school Urban Decay lipsticks before like the Vice ones came out. I still use them. If they get moldy or grubby or smell or change color, I throw them out. Essence, more of these Maybelline ones. These are my Milani ones, some Anastasia Beverly Hills ones, some Bare Minerals ones, Sephora. These are like the new Urban Decay ones. Oh, I forget what these are called. I can probably put these up now with my crayons because they didn't fit before, but these are the what are they called? What are they called? The Nude Sticks. Nude Sticks ones. These are hands down some of my all-time favorite lipsticks, and they're just so not talked about. The Smashbox ones. Oh my god, they last forever. They're like this creamy matte formula. This color right here in Caliente. Oh, so good. It's just so good. It's just, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at it's just. My Buxom lip glosses, which I can probably move these over to my lip gloss area. The Maybelline Color Jolts. I really love these. These were like a dupe for the Too Faced Melted ones. These I'm probably gonna get rid of soon because they are starting to churn a little bit. A Juicy something from Lancome. These are all my Estee Lauder lipsticks. No, not Estee Lauder. Is it Estee Lauder? Yes, my Estee Lauder, like, super fancy lipsticks. Those go there. Let's see. My Lancome lipsticks. These are just beautiful. And then these are all the Rock lipsticks. And then here are the Luxe lipsticks from ColourPop. So that's that. That is my bullet lipstick drawer. And like I said, if I like something, I keep it. If I don't like it, or if it starts to turn, I am constantly decluttering this. So you probably won't see a lipstick, lip gloss collection and declutter, because that's just the thing that I'm constantly decluttering. Alright, so this first drawer here is my ColourPop drawer, with the exception of this Violet Voss palette. This just kind of lives right on top of all of my ColourPop single shadows. Because it's so big, and because I can just kind of set it on top of here, it works, right? I just set it on here. If I want to look for a ColourPop shadow, boop, boop, put it back, right? Yeah, so those are all my ColourPop single shadows. I do kind of test those. I wear those are like my most used single shadows, are the ColourPop single shadows. I purchased these from Fenty when they were on sale on Sephora. These are like the funky colors of the Killawatt highlighters, and I use them as single shadows. So I really, really like those. And then these are all of those colorful, I bought every single one of them, the colorful eyeshadow palettes from ColourPop, and those just all kind of sit there. So this is kind of my ColourPop drawer. But I want to find one of those organizers that you can like pile on top of each other, right? So that I can have a row of ColourPop shadows below, and then I can have a row of ColourPop shadows on top, because I want to bring all the rest of my ColourPop shadows in here, and you guys will see what I'm talking about in just a second. So this is my first drawer of single shadows, or of eyeshadows, but all of these are drawers of eyeshadows. So this second drawer houses all of the ColourPop eyeshadow palettes that I would like to condense all into one kind of ColourPop drawer, because honestly I'm running out of space here, as y'all can see. Y'all can see that I'm quickly running out of space in my eyeshadow palette drawer. Yeah, so these are my smaller palettes. My Viseart palettes here, some Tartelette palettes here, old school Urban Decay palettes, Buxom palettes. These are all my Joseph Color palettes, Natasha Denona palettes, and a Blink palette. The Pure palettes, I kept them in the boxes because they have a kind of like that sticky front, and they stick to each other. All of the Huda Beauty Obsession palettes, not all of them, the original Huda Beauty Obsession palettes. Some smaller Viseart Pro palettes. These are all the Too Faced old school palettes that I keep because they're nostalgic. These are the Smashbox palettes, like the mini Urban Decay palettes. Like I have the mini Heat. Yeah, like this Lorac. No, this is the Tarte's Pro to Go, and then I also have the Lorac one somewhere here. This is the Tartelette Tease palette. I like these because I like to just throw these in with like a small makeup bag when I want to do my makeup at school or something like that. At work, I mean. Alright, so moving on to another eyeshadow palette drawer. This is like my classic, more traditional eyeshadow palette drawer. And as you can see, it's just overflowing. So, for the most part, Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, all of like the Too Faced flavored palettes, I guess. The Urban Decay palettes, yes, I still have my original Urban Decay. Naked 1, 2, 3, the Cherry, the Golds, the Heat. I got all them's. Dominique Cosmetics palettes. This is the shimmer palette from KVD, and I do have the matte one as well. All of my Lorac Pro palettes. These are the other Dominique Cosmetics palettes that I absolutely love her eyeshadows. And then these two are from Lorac. These are the unzipped palettes, which I still really like. I still really like and enjoy these palettes. So yeah, that is my like traditional shaped palettes, I should say. Whew, this is like my, I don't even know what to call this palette size. This is like everything else. All of my Marc Jacobs palettes are like right here. I got one right here. 2 Z palettes, more Z palettes. This BH Galaxy Chic, the Midnight Masquerade from ColourPop. Some more ColourPop. I have 2 Huda Beauty ones back there. The Tropic palette from Natasha Denona. Let's see. I have 2 Nabla palettes that I haven't even tried yet. Those are next on my to try list. Love this Soiree Diaries here. Never gonna get rid of this palette. Underrated in my opinion. The Misunderstood Villainous palette. Some ColourPop ones. Nabla Miami Heat. I love this Tarte palette here. 2 larger ColourPop palettes here, the So Jaded, and then I cannot remember what the other one is. The Juicy palette from Tarte, and then these here are all the Ofra eyeshadow palettes, which I really like, and then this KVD Alchemist palette, which I really do enjoy, so I've kept it because I bought it. I'm not going to get rid of it. This drawer here houses kind of my samples, backups, products that I haven't quite, I don't want to open up yet. From what I mean by that is I only open up one mascara at a time. So my full size mascaras are here, and then my sample size mascaras are there, with some like maybe backup eyeliners that I haven't opened up yet, some backup products that I just haven't opened up yet, right? Like I have backup of a few lip liners from MAC that were limited edition that I absolutely love from the Selena collection. These are all primers here, and I think I moved my sprays. So these are all primers that I just haven't tried yet, but I got as part of like a BoxyCharm or a sale. I have so many primers I'm working through that I keep them new, unused here. With some like mini samples of primers. If I want to try them, I just keep them here, but as you can see, I don't really keep that many of them. Backups of like blotting sheets, and these are like my perfume diffusers. So you take a large perfume bottle and you fill up one of these, and you can take a perfume traveling with you in your purse. Some hand sanitizers, and then like an extra one of these. I have like 6 sharpeners that I keep one everywhere, and I just have a backup of that there. And then the last drawer, just like in the other side, doesn't open up all the way, and these are my backup sprays that I just go through these pretty quickly. So I use a Max Fix Plus. I use these up all the time, so I have a few backups in here, and then some setting sprays that I've either gotten and haven't used yet. So I just keep them there, and then my lashes, and then extra beauty blenders. I don't use lashes as often, but I do like them for special occasions, so I keep them all here. And you know, that's that. Kind of a boring drawer, but you know, that is that.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun showing you all of my makeup, and then yeah, I'm gonna start that collection and not so much declutter series very, very soon. So please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.